Hello and welcome to my channel on human design. I'm Richard Beaumont. I've been in human design for 25 years, about 20 of that training professional analysts. And now I'm here to give my perspective to you for free on YouTube. So please subscribe because you won't want to miss much of this. All right. Today we're going to be concentrating on one of the sets of harmonic profiles, the profile 1-4 and the profile 4-1. Now they have the same numbers, and yet there's quite a big difference in them. So this is going to be something to really pay attention to. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with the first line. Now, I always regard a first line as a hard line in the sense that it is there to investigate where it is weak. It's about strength and weakness. Now, if it's weak, you don't want it weak, you want it strong. How are you going to find out? Dig deeper. Dig deeper, go into the investigation of wherever you're weak, and you will find more about it, and you can be strong in that area. So it's investigative in terms of really wanting to get beyond the insecurity of the first line to a more secure place in whatever area that may be. And the fourth line is all about externalizing what they have heard, getting it to the network, and having an influence through the size and the quality of the network that they have. So in these two profiles, you have both the networking and you have the investigation. In the networking, it is literally based in friendship. So it's not about sending out lots of posters everywhere. It's about through the network, the influence spreads and people get to hear about. And that means that all fourth lines carry within them inherently this wonderful friendliness. Oh, hello, a new friend to join my network. But of course, it's also an opportunistic line. So they're also looking for ways that they can gain influence or, if you've got a big network, a lot of people that know a lot of different things, and who do they know and who do they know? And if you're in the middle of that, if you're the nub of that, if you're the spider in the web of that, then you get to know who can be good for who. You can become very influential with who you can recommend to who, through who has the specialist knowledge that you and your friends may not have, but someone who does, etc., etc. So these are the themes that we're dealing with. Now, when we come to the aura, we need to see what's going on. Let's start with the 1-4. So the 1-4, the insecure personality. Like me, I've got an insecure personality as a 1-3, but I'm mutative. I have a third line. The 1 is harmonic with the 4. And what I've noticed over the years is that harmonic profiles all have a kind of inattention to them. There's like a harmonic lineup within them that doesn't necessarily fit with the world that they're in. And then they go, well, is there something wrong with me? What's going on with me? Remember, on top of this, we've also got the rarity of the harmonic profiles. The main profiles, which I've covered already in videos, they're about 14.2 to 14.56% of the population on each profile. The harmonic profiles, the 1-4 and the 4-1, as an example, we're talking about 2.3, 2.4, that kind of thing. So very small amount of the population will be out there with these profiles. So being in a minority, it's not easy to find your way. And I just want to point that out straight at the beginning. All right, we've got our first line personality, where it's weak, it wants to be strong. So there's this really looking into things deeply. What you're going to find in both these profiles is depth, and it can be surprising depth. Wow, they really looked into that particular thing. Wow, that's interesting. I also see, or my experience of them, of both these, is that there really is you can kind of really get caught by how can I put it? The line they put out from them. You know, when they're speaking to you, it's almost like there's this depth that is quickly transferred. You know, you meet them in the eye, you know you're meeting someone. You're meeting someone that has information, that has depth in them. And it's immediately obvious. So we've got the 1 in the personality, we've got the 4 in the body. Now the 4 is a very fixed number, you know, 4 sides to a square. It's very fixed. It's in fact the most stable number that you could find in that sense, but fixed as well. So 4th lines don't want to change, you know, they don't want to, they don't easily want to change what they've already got set up. And 4th lines are often learning and being conditioned by their friends and who's around them. I don't think it's just a one-way street. You know, when you're a friend and you're a friend in the profile, it means that you're going to be talking with your friends. You're going to be on the phone, catching up, you know, oh, just ringing Carol, just seeing how things are, you know. You'll keep in touch with the network to keep the whole thing alive. But they will also influence you to some degree. Now, 4th lines don't like it when, if they're externalizing something and you're going, that's rubbish. Yeah, no, that's not the way. They're not going to necessarily, again, it will depend on the chart exactly. I've got to do a general summary of it. But basically, they will generally just back away. They'll abdicate from trying to put that out there because you're not open to it. And they don't want to lose you as a friend, but at the same time, they're fixed in what they want to externalize, what they can externalize, and they don't want to change it. So you'll see that as well. You'll come up sooner or later with both these profiles. You'll come up against a point where that's it, you know, not going to change, at least not in that moment. The first line is very self-absorbed to some degree because of the investigation does take one deep. So for both these profiles, I would say niche markets, you know, depth in their knowing about whatever it is that they've responded to, or whatever it is that's their interest, building up depth knowledge while at the same time keeping in touch with the friends, you know, and having friends. I mean, 4th lines can be really good friends. You know, the kind of friends that can, just allow you to trust their friendship. So there is that going on for them, but they don't easily change, and they're not supposed to easily change. You know, one of the most wonderful things about the 4th line is, you know, you don't see them for a while, or at least in my life I don't, and then I see them and it's like, you know, they're still my friend. They're still the same. It's very reassuring. Their big smile is still there. You know, it's a lovely thing. As a 4th line body, they will really need to have done something and especially with the first line, be secure in what it is before they can externalize it. So going into new things can be tricky for them. It's not to say they can't. They may have a lot of individual chemistry in them. But it's still the 4th line body actually moving into action in something new. They're naturally going to be more tentative in doing that. The main thing I see is the depth in their eyes and the line. And I've got a curious mind, so it's like, you know, what do they know? And someone starts up, says something interesting, I go, interesting. But you know, I'm a first line too. When we come to the 4-1, we're talking about the reversing of that and something else, because the 4-1 is a juxtaposition cross. In other words, they are really fixed. I mean, they are fixed to the point at which they are not here to change. They're here to be a bridge between the personal destiny people and the transpersonal people. They're here to be a solid bridge. They do not change. They don't have to change. That doesn't mean they can't decondition and drop things, but it's, you know, they're not going to just change. They're very, very different in that sense. It depends what they've taken in as well. Think about it. The fourth line is here to externalize what they've heard, what they've been told, and to put that out as they've been told it. So when you come to a 4-1 that is designed to be fixed, it will depend on their upbringing, what it is that they're going to be externalizing. So if they've been brought up in a family or in a situation that has been traumatic, then part of their externalization will be based on that. That doesn't mean they can't readjust slowly over time, but generally speaking, their main framework will always be the same. Now, let's think about what that is. It means that a conscious personality, instead of looking for the investigation, really being into the depth of it at a personality level, they're into the friendship, they're into the networks, they're into who their friends are and what they're doing and what's going on, and getting into new networks and making new friends, and all that will be part of it. But also, in doing that, where is the opportunity for them? Where is the opportunity for others in their network as well? It's not just about them. They're here as a bridge. They can bring people together. If they have something in their background that is, very kind of abnormal, they might be putting that out. You've got to accept that. You've got to go, well, this is part of the pattern that they've taken in, and do your best, but basically be gentle with them. They will walk away from you. They would rather shatter than agree with something that doesn't fit with what they feel is really right for them, that is really correct. So be gentle with them. You can give them information if you can see that they're holding on to something that is not real or not true, but don't push it. Let them process themselves. And they want to be externalizing, both profiles want to be externalizing what is true. They don't want to externalize something that is untrue. And you've got to tell both these profiles, you've got to tell them the truth. If you tell them something that's not true, they'll externalize that. They will infect their whole network with something that is untrue. So tell them the truth. Let them be influential. Let it benefit the people around them and them and them and them. They can have huge networks. And something else in the juxtaposition cross is the 4-1s. If you have a 4-1 profile, you'll know what I mean. But if you don't have a 4-1 profile and you're watching this and you know someone who has a 4-1 profile, find out what the cross is, what the juxtaposition cross is. The chances are you'll never see another juxtaposition cross like it. Every single juxtaposition cross is different. So, I mean, I've met a number in my long career in human design. But to my knowledge, I've never met the same cross twice, and that's after 25 years. So, strange things happen, but I think it's unlikely. So learn what you can from them. They will be an embodiment of that particular cross. You have an opportunity to learn something from them that you will never learn from anybody else. So remember that. They are also an opportunity to you to find out about what it is that they're externalizing on that cross. And they'll give it to you the way they are. It's wonderful. So it's all part of the magic of human design. The profile is all part of the magic. The meeting of the profile with this knowledge, wow, unexpected things are learned. And you will know what I mean. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed that. Please subscribe and share and like, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you.